It is the penultimate Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania 41. We have a stacked card tonight according to WWE. But the only problem is it is stacked with jobber on top of jobber on top of jobber. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Fog Wrestling here to preview the second last Raw before WrestleMania. Are you excited yet? Is the blood flowing? No, because it's a horrible build up to Mania. The shows have been horrible, whether it be premium live events, Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, all sucked. The Raws, the SmackDowns in between all these shows, they have sucked as well. And now we're supposed to get excited. We're supposed to be grateful because a bunch of people that are on the Raw brand are going to show up. I mean, I've never seen this before. I don't understand why we're supposed to freak out and get excited and they expect us to just be anticipating a great show because people that are on the roster are going to actually show up. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, you know. It would be like, oh, you've got the Kansas City Chiefs in a Super Bowl final. Oh, guess what? Patrick Mahomes appears. I mean, you would like to think so. Like, why wouldn't Patrick Mahomes be there? Patrick Mahomes should be there. He should be on the team. He's the quarterback. He's getting paid to be there. You expect him to play. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Or like the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, guess what? We have an appearance tonight from Derrick Henry, and oh, look at this, advertised to be the quarterback is, I forget his name, but you get my point. Like, these are guys that are part of these teams. These are the star players, and you expect them to be there. So the same applies to wrestling. You expect the star guys to be there. Attitude Error. If Rock, Austin, if those guys weren't injured, they were there every single week. Advertising them wasn't like a flex. It wasn't like a talking point. You just expected them to be there. You expected everybody on the roster to be there. It didn't make it a stacked show. Like, let's take 2003 Raw, for example. They would never advertise, oh, Evolution set to appear. Shawn Michaels returns to Raw. Kane is going to talk. Rob Van Dam set for an appearance tonight. You wouldn't get that shit because those were guys that were on Raw and you just expected those guys to be on Raw. That wouldn't be an advertisement. An advertisement would be if Triple H was defending the title against like Chris Jericho, then they would advertise the title match. Or Triple H defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Chris Jericho. Or something like Goldberg is going to appear on the highlight reel. You know, that's advertising something. That's promoting something. That's promoting either a match or a talk show segment. You're actually promoting something there. But simply telling us that Seth Rollins returns to Raw, who gives a shit? Why is he returning to Raw? Why wasn't he there last week? You know, none of this stuff makes any sense. El Grande Americano returns. Who gives a fuck about Chad Gable in a stupid luchador mask? And what do you mean he returns? Wasn't he just there last week? Or the week before? Are we really getting to the point now where we're calling some guy who misses one show a return? Nobody cares. Gunther is set to appear. So what? He's a champion. He should be appearing every week. Gunther appearing, that should be a formality. That shouldn't be a surprise. That shouldn't be a talking point. Gunther's the champion on Raw, therefore he should be there every single week. Oh, AJ Styles is advertised again. I mean, who gives a shit? 47-year-old AJ Styles is advertised. Well, he's getting paid. Where else are they going to be? You know, it's like, who turns up at their job? For you work at McDonald's and, you know, your boss comes in and he says to everybody at the start of the shift, oh, employee number 2574 is going to appear today. Oh, I'd like to think he's going to appear. He's on the rota, he's getting paid, you know, like, it's bullshit. What are they doing here with Raw? Anyway, guys, I don't get it. But before we get into the preview, let's just talk about some breaking news here. Adam Pearce has announced that WrestleMania 41, there will be a Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental title match. It's going to be Braun Breaker defending against Finn Balor, defending against Penta, defending against Dominic Mysterio. And the big question I've got is why? Why advertise this? Why announce this 2 hours before Raw when you've got Dominic Mysterio versus Penta on Raw. Surely you could have done it on Raw. You could have made the announcement on Raw. You could have had some sort of screwy ending to the match, which resulted in Breakker and Balor getting involved, and then have Adam Pearce come out and make the match on Raw. Like, wouldn't that be better? Isn't that what we got back in the day? Weren't matches for WrestleMania made on TV? Isn't that the best way to make it? Isn't that the best way to do it? Why have we got Adam Pearce announcing this fatal fucking 4-way 2 hours before Raw? Like, why could he just done this on Raw? The whole thing is arse backwards, man. They don't have a clue what they're doing. It's the worst the product has ever been, and you've got absolute tards, man. Retards of the highest level eat this shit up and think it's great, man. They don't know what they're talking about. I think it's incredible that they announced this match. I'm not even saying it's a bad match. I don't think it's really Mania worthy, but whatever. Look, they can have the match, but why wouldn't you just have that match almost seem like organically happen on Raw? Why wouldn't you have Fallout? Why wouldn't you have Dominic and Finn Balor, getting into it on Raw, and then the match gets made? I mean, why not do this on TV? Have it play it on the camera. Have it play it on Monday Night Raw. But instead, they just have Adam Pearce announced it on Instagram. Fucking hell. Awful. Absolute awful, man. But whatever. Let's get into the show then. Let's preview it. Let's do it. So we are only, 13 days away or some shit like that. 12 days away from WrestleMania 41. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, his name is Paul Heyman. He's got a lot on his mind, and he's going to address everybody tonight on Raw. So Paul Heyman is going to be there. Seth Rollins is going to be there. CM Punk is going to be there. But Roman Reigns, he's too busy. He's not going to be there. The most overrated guy in the history of the wrestling business. It's Mania season, and he can't be fucking bothered to show up. What's his excuse? Seriously. We've got a couple more shows for Mania. The guy can't... I mean, he had half a year off. The guy literally took 6 months off between WrestleMania and SummerSlam. He doesn't work house shows. What's this fucking guy's excuse? Why does this guy get treated like royalty? Why does this guy get treated like a god? That, we can only use him twice a year. He's got so much star power. He's a fucking nobody. He's a Samoan that's related to The Rock. And he got pushed down our throat, 4-year title reign. Anybody who gets a 4-year title reign is going to feel semi-important. This guy fucking sucks. Most overrated guy in the history of the business, and gets treated godlike. He could only show up. Look at the real gods in wrestling, right? Hogan, Austin. And those were guys that Austin was there every single week. Hogan was more or less there every single week. These are guys that actually put in the fucking work. What work has Roman Reigns put in? The guy's had the most limited schedule for as long as I can remember now. I mean, this guy makes Brock Lesnar's schedule look full-time. It's insane how much shite Roman Reigns gets away with, but whatever. Maybe he's still knocked out from that GTS he got on Friday Night SmackDown. I hate Roman Reigns, man. I cannot stand the guy. People say he's not a draw. He's not a star. He's a nobody. Lucky he's related to The Rock, and that's it. Nobody cares about the guy. Got pushed down our throats with McMahon, and nobody cared. They turned him heel, and then people just acted like it was the best thing ever. Bloodline, one of the most overrated factions of all time. Wouldn't even get close to the top 10 factions in wrestling history, yet people want to pretend it's like the greatest thing ever. Fuck no. Alright, we've got Gunther and Jey Uso, both going to be on Raw. Maybe we'll see the fallout after last week. Gunther bloody Jimmy Uso. I mean, that was probably the best thing that we've seen Gunther do or whatnot, but even then, Michael Cole, the commentary team, they killed it, and not in a good way. You know, sometimes you say, "Oh, you killed that," and it's like you're praising someone in a positive way. No, Michael Cole killed it in the opposite way, in a negative way. It fucking sucked. He let that segment down big time. If Roman Reigns is the most overrated wrestler of all time, then Michael Cole was hands down the most overrated commentator of all time. This guy absolutely sucked, and people never liked Michael Cole. They always hated Michael Cole, but now under this new era, they want to pretend he's a god, because they have to pretend that everything under the Triple H era is better than everything that happened previously. Nobody in their right mind, nobody with a fully functioning brain would ever say that Cole was better than JR, apart from these tards that eat this shit up and claim it's the greatest era of all time. Gunther Jey, so do not care. How about that? Yeet your ass on out of here. Right, we've got Dominic versus Penta. Already discussed this. the Fatal 4-Way match should have been made live on Raw, on Netflix, but instead they announced it like 2 hours before the show. Why? What sense does it make? Absolutely no sense. Ding dong, hello. How about a title match? I've got the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Rio Valkyria. That's at Real Valkyria, Lyra Valkyria, defending against Bayley on Raw tonight. Intercontinental title. What are they going to do? Announce a Fatal 4-Way match for this before Raw? Give away the title match? I mean, who knows? I mean, do I see this title being defended at WrestleMania? Probably not. Everyone thinks that every title should be defended at Mania, and I get that, but I just think there's way too many belts now. There's way too many belts, and we know that WWE, they like to have less matches now on premium live events, so I get it, it's 2 nights, but I just don't think there's enough matches for all these belts. Jobber belts. I mean, is anyone going to cry if Lyra Valkyria doesn't? Well, the losers will, but is anybody that isn't a loser going to cry because the IC title belt for the women isn't defended at Mania? I think not. We've got the tag titles on the line, so I can't remember who the New Day beat last week. Nobody relevant, but they're getting a title shot tonight against Ivar and Eric of the War Raiders. They're no longer Vikings, so I guess, you know, that makes them great. Just 2 big fat guys in leather. We've got El Grande Americano in action, and just nobody gives a shit. It's Chad Gable. I mean, it's Chad Gable in a mask. And I get it, you know, we've seen people impersonate like luchadors before, pretend to be somebody they're not. We've seen something like Mr. America. We've seen Hulk Hogan do something similar when McMahon sent him home, so he came back as Mr. America, you know, under a different identity and whatnot. But this is Chad Gable at the end of the day. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. Nobody cares. And you talk about a guy that has just completely lost all his momentum. Chad Gable. This last year, Triple H has killed Chad Gable. Everyone wants to praise Triple H. Look all the people he's fucking buried. LA Knight, Chad Gable's another one. You know, Triple H's got way more negatives than positives. Anyway, let's get into the matches then. My predictions, I'm going to go with I think the New Day should win, but I'm going to go with, you know what, fuck it actually. I'm going to go with the New Day. Yeah, I'm going to go, screw it, I'm going to go with the New Day, why not? New Day to win the tag titles. War Raiders suck. I'm going to go with Lyra Valkyria to defeat Bayley. I'm going to go with some sort of screwy finish. Probably, I don't know, maybe Penta defeating Dominic. I don't see Penta losing. I think we'll just get interference. I think we'll get the Judgment Day getting involved, Braun Breaker getting involved, and that'll lead to a DQ. And that's the 3 matches that have been announced. So there you go. I'm going with no contest for Penta Dominic. I'm going for Lyra Valkyria to defeat Bayley. And I'm going for new champions. I'm going to go for the New Day to defeat the War Raiders. That's my prediction, guys. Let us know what you think down below. Let us know your predictions down below. We'll catch you later on for the review. And of course, until then, until next time, peace.